Greetings. We are recording today our meditation session for Tuesday, April 14th. It's been a month since we've been asked to maintain social distancing, physical distancing, to not gather in the groups we're accustomed to gather in, especially in the church. And we may be feeling the effects of that. Many of us are, I know. There's a loneliness that can take a hold. There are unexpected feelings that we may be having. But I think if we remember that we are here for one another in any kind of emergency, and that we will get through this, that will help. And what will also help is to maintain our own centers, and maybe even grow during a time like this through being aware of our thoughts, our feelings, and of the great truths of life. And so we have our practice of meditation. We're using a practice these mornings of contemplative prayer. It's an ancient Christian practice, but in our Unitarian Universalist tradition, we draw from all the world's religious and scientific traditions, all the wisdom traditions, the arts, the humanities, philosophies, to serve as our focus for learning and growing. So I'd ask this morning that once again we listen to a reading, notice and ponder what we experience as we listen, and then consider our response. Reading this morning is from the essayist Annie Dillard, from her book Holy the Firm. I think it's a suitable reading in this anticipatory time of Eastertide, Springtide, and Passover. So get relaxed if you would. Deep breath to help yourself relax and center. Be attentive and just listen deeply if you can, and note what thoughts and feelings come to mind as you listen to the reading. Annie Dillard wrote, "We are here to abet creation and to witness to it, to notice each other's beautiful face and complex nature, so that creation need not play to an empty house." You learn this studying any history at all, especially the lives of artists and visionaries. You learn it from Emerson, who noticed that the meanness of our days is itself worth our thought. And you learn it fitful in your pew at church. There have been generations which remembered and generations which have forgot. There has never been a generation of whole men and women who lived well for even one full day. Yet some have imagined well, with honesty and art, the detail of such life, and have described it with such grace that we mistake vision for history, dream for description, and fancy that life has evolved, or rather that life has devolved. So who shall ascend into the hill of transcendence? Who shall stand in its holy place? There is no one but us. There is no one to send, nor a clean hand, nor a pure heart on the face of the earth, nor in the earth, but only us. a generation comforting ourselves with the notion that we have come at an awkward time, that our innocent fathers are dead, as if innocence had ever been. There is no one but us. There never has been. So that's the conclusion of our reading. I hope you have noted the thoughts and feelings that have arisen. And also any truths that may have arisen. Let's take 30 seconds to consider the thoughts and feelings and truths that came through our mind as we listened. Listen again very briefly. We are here to abet creation, to witness to it, to notice each other's beautiful face and complex nature. Who shall ascend? Who shall live this way fully and well? Take another 30 seconds and note the call that you hear. Note the invitation that you might hear from this reading. And now to make the center of a final 5 minutes of meditation, or for as long as you'd like after we sign off, call to mind your response. Let a sense of response to these words, these thoughts and feelings you've had, and the truths that are in the reading, to let them rise up and let some kind of response have a chance to come into your mind. So take 5 minutes to listen to the call and listen to your responses. That's about 5 minutes. I hope you did spend some time listening to the call that you heard from the reading and to your own responses. It can be hard to give the answer to the call, to see yourself as needing to respond. Lots of times we don't even know what the call is really asking for. And perhaps in the immortal words of Patty Hanks, the first question has to be, what's up? And maybe in the end, all we need to remember is Susan Bernor's byline, when I act from a heart of compassion, I know just what to do. But the first thing that's clearly needed to ascend the mountain is to step up. And when the opportunity arises, I hope we all will, for our own well-being and for the well-being of each other and our world. Thank you for taking time this morning, and I hope your meditation practice enriches you. We'll be adding a mindfulness practice also, or time of practice, where we sit in quiet and then maybe have a check-in after that, hopefully this Thursday. And also for Thursday, we'll have another one of our contemplative prayer meditation sessions. Our focus will be Deuteronomy 15 as Passover comes to a conclusion, and as Easter comes to a conclusion. This particular reading seems to bring the two of them together, both historically and spiritually. So I hope you have a great rest of the day. I hope you will be safe and be well. See you soon.